All right, I am super excited for today's episode. I think it's such an important topic, and honestly, we don't talk about this thing enough. And today's episode is phobias. So, let's start off with like the meaning or like the official definition, like the scientific definition of phobias. I think it's much more different than every single person's own interpretation.
Okay, so scientifically, a phobia is an intense, irrational, and persistent fear of a specific object, situation, activity, or animal that possesses little to no actual danger. So
That's an important part actually, that like it does not possess any danger.
yeah.
That's like the official definition, but I think to each and every one of us it actually does have danger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels like such a big deal, but when it actually isn't.
And I think that's why phobias are so personal. Like everyone has such different phobias, and like something to someone else might seem so silly. Yeah. Like, have you ever heard of that phobia of like the fear of like peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth? Have you heard of it?
No.
There's like a whole name for it. Like there's a phobia of like peanut butter sticking to the top of your mouth. People have a fear of that. So my personal phobia has gotten a little bit better over the years, but I have thalassophobia, which is basically like the fear of the ocean. And which is super strange because I'm not really exposed to ocean that much. Like I don't live in a country or I don't live in a city where like there's an ocean and stuff. But I guess like when I looked deeper into it, it was more of like the fear of like the unknown in the ocean. You know what I mean? Like when being in the ocean or when thinking of the ocean, I just get anxiety because it's like I'm in the ocean, I don't know what's under me.
Yeah.
And I really get so scared. And whenever I'm like on vacation or whenever we're in a boat and like we're at the beach, I just get like so much anxiety over like around the ocean. Specifically in the ocean, I do have a fear of sharks, like a phobia of sharks. Really, really, like it's called galliophobia. I also am gallophobic and I have been for so long. And I get so much anxiety when I see a shark open its mouth. I'm like, no.
Like as in like even a picture?
A picture, a sound, anything. I hate it. Like my friends used to like pull up pictures of sharks and scare me, and I actually used to like want to cry. What about you? What are your phobias?
Okay, so my phobia, and I know this is gonna sound very silly, but it's an actual thing. Well, I didn't know that it was an actual thing until I went to my psychiatrist, which was a long time coming for me.
What was your phobia?
School phobia. Well, I don't know the name. Let me search it up. Wait.
Search up the name.
Scolionophobia and didascalinophobia.
This is phobia of school, fear of school.
Yeah. It's basically school refusal. You refuse to go to school, like it
psychs you out.
Yeah. So in 8th grade, basically in all schools, like all around Turkey, there's this thing called LGS, Liseye Giriş Sınavı, which is basically entrance exam for high school. And during that time, like all the teachers, like everyone around you, like people, I would get like classes aside from school. Like a teacher would come, like private lessons. I don't know. During that time, I was really stressed out because
it was in 8th grade?
Yeah, in 8th grade, because it was so hectic. Like we would have exams, like think of the SAT. We would get separated into classes according to our results. And my friends used to get like better grades than me. I don't know, I was away, like my friends would distance themselves from me, and
because you had worse grades.
Yeah, because I didn't have as good grades as them. And the teachers were so like toxic. They would like make fun of us, like how dare you get this grade, and they would scold us.
And like your parents were okay with that?
My parents, I mean, no, but my dad lived here while I was in Turkey, and I was with my mom, and my mom didn't really, she didn't really care, or
She wasn't aware of the situation.
yeah, she wasn't aware of anything in general, I guess. Like, she didn't pay attention to what I was doing. She just let me do my own thing. Like, I would study the whole day. Like, I would get home from school, I would eat, and then I would have to, like, do homework and on top of that, extra work. So it was like that for the whole year, and I managed to, like, keep myself together then. But, it was really stressful for me, and my mom insisted my dad on getting therapy because my mom knew that it was like a hard time for not just me, like for everyone in my school and like the whole country.
So was this
that
like
time.
the start of your school phobia?
I guess it was
8th grade?
8th grade. Like, I wasn't aware of it because I try to keep myself together. I was just like, just for this year, and then everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go to high school, and then it's gonna be like those TV show high school where you're like with a group of friends and stuff like that, and you're gonna have so many friends. It's all gonna be okay.
It didn't work out that way for you?
No. It didn't. Okay, so I got into this school. It's called TED, Türk Eğitim Derneği. But during that time, it was so hectic. Like, I would have to get up early, and then I'd have to like spend 2 hours in traffic just to get to school. And then the classes would start, and like the classes were so hectic. So there's this hazırlık, like preparation. It's between 8th and 9th grade. Like, it prepares you for 9th grade, and like it's mostly based on the teachers teaching you English so that you can understand everything that's going on in 9th grade. So if you didn't want that, like, I didn't want my parents to pay like an extra year of like school, because schools are also really expensive in Turkey. And like I didn't want to waste like another year at school. Like, I just wanted to be over with it.
Yeah.
So I went into
You did not take the preparation?
No, but like for me to not take the preparation, I had to go through an exam which had Turkish and English. So I passed that. So I was able to go to 9th grade directly. So one of the downsides was that like all the people were older than me, and like some people had stayed in the class, like couldn't pass on to the next grade. So there was like this 17-year-old kid when I was 14, like newly turned 14. And they were all like so icky. They all thought that they were like the it girls, and they were all mean girls.
This was in 9th grade?
Yeah. Like the
when you got into high school?
Yeah, when I got into high school. And the classes were so hectic. Like, again, like every day we would have some type of homework. And I stayed there for 6 weeks, but during my stay there, I made 2 friends in total. One of them had stayed in the preparation class, but I didn't want to waste a year, so I decided to take the exam and go to 9th grade, and my other friend also did that. The whole time, I would cry at home. I would cry during my sleep. I didn't sleep for like 6 months straight. Like, I didn't have a proper good night's rest.
This was when you were in high school?
When I was in high school. Like
So would you say that
during
like
9th grade in general.
Would you say that like getting to high school was harder, or being in high school was harder?
Being in high school was harder for me because of my condition, like because of the phobia.
And the start of the phobia was getting into high school?
Yeah.
That was the start?
That was the start.
It was just the exams and the stuff?
Yeah, it was just, I didn't have a life. Like, every time I tried and to make time for my friends, they just decided that they didn't want me anymore either. So I was just
made it worse.
Yeah, I was just like completely alone for like the whole year It was just me and my bird.
Yeah, so that was the beginning of like the whole phobia, just getting into high school. But being in high school was harder.
Being in high school was harder because...
Was it like, did you get a lot of anxiety and stuff like that?
I had so much anxiety.
Was it more like anxiety over friends and like friendships, or
No.
like school?
School, just like even the word school, like my friend would say school and I'd be like, no, like I don't want to hear that word.
Was it because you felt like left out at school, or?
It's not because of that. I don't really know why. I just felt trapped. You know,
like you were being forced in there?
Yeah, like it's like behind these walls. I'm not allowed to go outside. Like, you know, at home, I'm allowed to go outside. Like I can go wherever I want. But like at school, there are like rules that I have to follow, and like for me, rules are very important. If I don't follow them, I also get anxiety. Like I don't like breaking rules.
Do you think that you don't like breaking rules because of that like kind of trauma you had with school?
Yeah, I guess. I've had bad experiences with teachers personally, which affect me to this day. Yeah, so back to the point. So in 9th grade, basically, there was like a lot of work, and when I got to school, like I would cry during the break, I would cry during class, like silently. I was like bawling my eyes out.
That's so sad.
I couldn't stop myself. I was just crying for the whole 6 weeks, like not even 6 weeks, for months every day. Like I couldn't stop myself. And
it was just like you hated being in school.
I hated it. I felt trapped, like I couldn't go anywhere. And I really didn't want to be there. And so I cried, and my friends like didn't understand. I mean, they tried to help, but I didn't really want to go next to them either, because like I would just cry during the whole time, and I didn't want them to see me or just like worry about me or something. I don't know. I would just be like, I want my mom, I want to go home, during the whole day. And so that lasted for 6 weeks.
During this like time, were your grades also bad? Or did this not affect your grades?
I mean, they were okay grades.
Like, I mean, did this like affect like your focus during class and like your studying?
Definitely. But like, I also was so scared because the teachers there were like, the first day I remember we all went to the conference room, and they like pulled up like this chart. If you fail this many classes, then you have to repeat the year again. And they were just, I don't know, they made it sound so scary. And like, I was like, it's my first time going into high school. Like, it's my first year, I'm a freshman. I knew that high school was gonna be different. I don't know.
You just got scared on the first day.
Yeah.
It was like a bad first impression. Yeah. But like what I meant was like in general, your grades did not like decline that much.
I mean,
I know for me personally, like if I'm ever like feeling anxiety and I see like I'm failing a class or something, it just makes me even more anxious. Does that ever happen?
I mean, it does, but I was also like so scared of like falling behind or getting bad grades. Like I would like in the bus, we would go on the bus and I would start my homework. I got home, I would continue my homework until I went to sleep. Like I would study, and like while I was crying.
Your problem wasn't like schoolwork. It's not like schoolwork phobia.
No, it's just like school in general, the people, the teachers. Schoolwork, I guess, like to a certain point. If you know what I mean. Like I hated it, but like I also didn't want to repeat the year, like, or fail. So like I knew I had to do it, and there was no such thing as like not going to school. It wasn't an option for me to get like homeschooled either. I remember I was doing my math homework one day, and then like I was crying as usual, and then my hand just started to write some nonsense. I was just like scribbling on the paper, and then I fell on the ground, and I was like paralyzed, and my hands were like this. I couldn't move like at all, and I was home alone. My mom wasn't at home, so I just like stayed there for like God knows how long. I didn't really know what was going on. And then I managed to grab my phone from the desk somehow, like from the floor, and I called my mom, like, Mom, I'm on the floor, I'm like paralyzed, I can't move, help me. And then she ran home, and then like she moved me to the living room, and then yeah, she like kind of comforted me a little bit.
What was going through your mind when that was happening?
I don't know, I was still thinking about school, but like I didn't care what was happening to me.
You were just like, I don't want to go to school.
I don't want to go to school. Like I had school the next day. I'm like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. And then my mom booked like a neurology appointment, like because obviously
it was getting like a lot.
Yeah, and she was also like so sick of me, which I kind of understand, because I was crying nonstop. Like it didn't stop. Like the whole day, in the morning, at school, when I got back home, in the night, I couldn't sleep.
Did you ever like participate in any like social activities? Did you do clubs? Did you go out with your friends? Or was it just like schoolhouse?
I didn't have friends, or neither did I have the time to do anything else.
So you would say that definitely this phobia turned into anxiety?
Definitely. I was anxious. I was always shaking, like my legs, and my mom also. And
you like, never really had any like teacher support?
No.
Not a single teacher? No.
No, I went to the what was it called?
Counselor?
Yeah, the counselor. And she was like, "Oh, it's okay. You just started school. It's gonna get better in like a week." Like, the neurologist said the same thing. Like, they checked on my brain and like my heartbeat, and I was like monitored for a while. And then she just gave me these antidepressants. She was like, use these for 2 weeks and it'll be over with. No help whatsoever. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And then finally it was a parent-teacher conference, and my mom was gonna come that day, and I would, like, after every class, I would go to the lobby to check if my mom was there. Every class, like after every class, I would go. And then until like I saw my mom, I was like kind of relieved, and I was like, "Mom, please get me out of here. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Please, like, resign me. I don't care. I don't want to be here." And I thought that that would solve my problems, because I don't know, like, the school was terrible.
It didn't really care about your mental health. Yeah. So because like school made the exams seem like such a big deal, and like failing was so like, terrible, do you think that kind of made you feel like you were forced to be there, and like if you do anything wrong, like it's such a serious thing to do something wrong?
Yeah.
You felt like you couldn't break rules, even though you don't like to break rules, but like if you did break a rule, it would be such a big deal, and like things were just so serious you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and
it felt like it was like a job, like you were forced to be there.
Yeah.
Kinda
also,
like
the attendance was really important, so if you missed more than 10 days of school, you would get thrown out.
Was your attendance good?
Yeah, I didn't miss any day because I was scared, like, what if I'll need it someday? I get sick or whatever. So, like, I can't waste it on that. Like, I just have 10 days. So my mom resigned me from the school, and there was...
This was TED?
Yeah. From the school, and I was either going to go to that school, TED, or another school, like an American school, like, which was closer to our house. was an American school. It was like a small school, like the only campus. And it was like the Barstow school. They have the school in America, and they do like exchanges.
Oh, okay.
So that was like one factor that drew me to the school. They had just started the whole high school thing, so it was just my class. And we were 10. No.
You were in grade 9?
Yeah. I was in grade 9, but after I resigned, it was break. It was like the October break here, but it's in November. And there. So I went to Qatar and everything was good. I saw my friends from Abu Dhabi. So yeah, and then I got back, and then like the first day, I guess it was okay, and then the whole thing just started getting worse again. And
you got anxiety as well in the American school?
Yeah, because I was scared, like I felt trapped there again. I remember the teacher, like I was in the car, I had gotten into the school, and then I was holding on to the seat, like in front. I was in the back seat. I was holding on to the front seat, like I don't want to go here. I don't want to go here. And then the teacher came. My mom called the teacher
to get you out of the car.
To get me out of the car. I was so mad at my mom as well, but like she didn't want to deal with me. And the teacher started pulling me by my legs. She was like, "Get out, get out, get out!" And then she pulled me out. She managed to get me out.
Was she like rude about it? Or was she like, "Get out of the car, sweetie"? Or was she like, "Get out"?
Somewhere in between. She wasn't like yelling, but like, "You have to get out."
She was yanking you out of the car?
Yeah, she was like pulling me.
That's
and
insane.
then she pulled me out and she was like, "You have to go to school. You have to go to school." And then after that day, I was also so scared of that teacher. And then it got to a point where I couldn't look at the school. Like I couldn't look at the building. Like I was closing my eyes the whole ride there. Like I couldn't look at it. And then my mom was also like freaking out because like this had been going on for a while, and my dad wasn't there to support. Like he was here in Saudi.
Did your dad know about what was going on?
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess he just thought that I was just like faking it, just not to go to school.
Or, yeah.
My mom didn't really think that, but my dad did. At first. And then my mom called her like best friend, and then she came over and she's like, "No, you have to like send her to a psychiatrist. Like this isn't gonna work." So then a while later I started with a psychiatrist, and she diagnosed me
with anxiety?
With school phobia.
Oh, okay.
She's like, this happens to like toddlers, like, you know, for preschool.
Like when they first start school.
Yeah, which I was like that.
Oh, okay.
Like I would cry every day, every morning, and I would like cling on to her.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, when I was 3 years old. To not go to school. And then it happened to me during my like teenage, when I first started my like teenage years. Like she said, it's for like toddlers and little kids, and also happens during like when you hit puberty and like you're a teenager.
You got diagnosed and stuff. Did that make your mom kind of realize it was a serious issue?
Yeah.
And your dad as well?
My dad still doesn't really believe in the whole medicine thing. Like, I still take antidepressants. Like, he didn't want me going there, but I did like 3 or maybe 4 times a week at first.
You were taking pills?
Yeah, you have to, like, you start off with a little amount, and then, like, according to how much it helps, that's where you stop and, like, take
less.
But, like, you can't take, like, a big dose or, like, a strong medicine, like, right away, because that would, like, screw with your head. Like, it's drugs. I have been taking medicine, like, I've been going there, and then my dad finally came. And he took me to school for one day, and at first I had to start off in the parking lot. At the parking lot, I was in the car At first it was like, for example, till 11 o'clock. From when school starts till 11 o'clock, I had to sit in the car till 11 o'clock in the school parking lot, like between the borders.
With your mom?
With my mom. And even that, like, it was so bad. I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't look at the building. And after that, like, the time got more and more, like, to 12, and then 12:30, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 3:30, and then, like, 4.
Wait, what was this for?
Like, kind of like a therapy, like exposure therapy.
Oh, of, like, being in the parking lot? Was like exposure to school?
Yeah, like, you know how I said I felt trapped? Like, in the school borders, like, between 4 walls. I couldn't get out. Like, I couldn't get out of school. So, yeah, that's how it started off. It was terrible.
Like exposure therapy?
Yeah, basically. And then I had to, like, get out of the car once during the day. And, like, take a few steps.
Okay.
It was like that. Like, it was so bad. Like, I know it sounds so silly, but I was petrified. And, like, for the whole, I was, like, in that terrible state for, like, months, like 6 months at least. So that was that. And, like, and then we would, like, go around the school, like, take walks, but also...
You and your mom and your therapist, or...?
No, not my therapist, just me and my mom, and sometimes the teacher came.
Okay.
My mom would call the teacher sometimes, which also, like, pissed me off. Yeah, and then I had to go sit in the lobby for, like, a certain amount of time, and the time, like, kept on increasing. And then I had to go to, for example, the library. The library was always empty. And I would be there the whole day, and then I would just eat lunch with my classmates.
What your therapist told you to do.
Yeah, like
these baby steps.
These baby steps. And then eat, like, lunch with my classmates, and then have breakfast and lunch with my classmates. And then it got, like, better, but I had to take, like, hard medication, like Xanax. I don't know if you know. It's a strong medication, but it still felt like it wasn't doing anything to me.
It felt like it?
It
felt like it wasn't working?
It felt like it wasn't working, which I guess it was, because it would have been way worse if I didn't take the medicines. And the Xanax you're not allowed to use for a long period of time, like 2 months maximum. And then, because there's a chance that you might get addicted, and, like, you don't want that. And my mom also, like, didn't like me taking meds. But, like, without it, it wouldn't work. Then I had to, like, for example, I liked English class, so I started with that, like, once, like, every day, once I had to go to English class. And those baby steps, basically, until it wasn't that hard anymore. So, yeah, and then I would go to the psychiatrist, like, once a week, and she would give me more stuff to do. So the first term ended with that, and it was, like, slowly starting to get better, but there was this 2-week break, and during that time I came to visit your school. And I really liked the school, because I was fine the whole day.
You didn't get any anxiety or anything? Or maybe, like, when you first walked into the school building? Yeah,
when I first walked in, and then I realized, like, oh, hey, like, this place is so nice, like, these people are so nice, like, the teachers are so nice, oh my god, what is this? I had the break. I spent the break here because I was thinking of moving here. And then after the 2-week break, like, it felt different. I took a few steps back, basically, because of that time off. Like, it felt like I was going through it all over again.
Well, thank you for sharing. I think that's really, honestly, something that is super serious that it's good to talk about it because it gets things off your chest. So right now you're in a new school, new country.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the same or different as before?
It's definitely different, but when I first came, like when I first moved, it was a week before school started. The first 2 days I was miserable again, and my mom contacted my psychiatrist, but my psychiatrist had moved to another city. And like still, I want sessions, but I don't know, she's not available, so I can't get sessions. Which is
this happened first 2 days in Riyadh.
like the first 2 days I was like out of it. I was like, why did I pick this? Like, why did I choose to move here? It's so different. But then like after day 3, I was like, oh my god, it's not that bad.
Not that bad. Maybe it was just a shock to you at first.
Yeah, it was a shock. Maybe if I had like came here earlier,
you could have had time to settle in.
Yeah. And then school started the first day. I think you remember.
Yeah, you were like anxious and stuff.
At first, I was all right, and then like all of a sudden it like hit. I'm at school. I'm like at a new place. I'm trapped. And then I had talked to Mr. Ian about like my school phobia and what happened in the previous years from 8th grade to like the end of 9th grade. And then he suggested that we do the same thing as my psychiatrist, like
baby steps.
Yeah, basically baby steps. So like I would have to spend like a certain amount of time at school. At first away from you guys, because like it's not that I didn't want to get to know you. I was just like so anxious.
It was just overwhelming.
It was overwhelming. Everything was overwhelming, and I didn't want you guys to like see me in that state because
so we wouldn't like feel bad for you and whatever. We wouldn't like ask like if you're okay and like
no, but from my previous like school, they would kind of like tease me and bully me. Like I thought that was gonna be the case again. But like I didn't know you. So yeah, so that started off, but like I didn't want, and neither did my mom, like want it to take that long again, because I'm still like adjusting. I'm still trying to overcome my fears. So like every day is so a challenge for me. Like every day I'm like, I don't want to go to school.
Until
like,
now?
Sometimes I still.
But does that feeling of I don't want to go to school come out of like fear and anxiety, or just like you're just tired?
No, it's more like anxiety.
Really? Where does anxiety come from? Like fear of like being behind, or fear of getting left out of like groups, or
it's not
fear of teachers,
just
or being trapped
in school. Just being the thought of being in school and not being able to like leave whenever, for example, like it just stresses me out so much. Like we can trapped. Be in the middle of class and I'm like, oh my god, I'm at school. Like like the feeling is there. Like I try not to make it obvious, and like I try to calm myself down. Like it's okay, I've done this, like I've been going to school. And then it gets better.
You're still taking your meds?
I'm still taking my meds, but I can't like take anything else unless it's prescribed. So I have to like take sessions from my psychiatrist. But as I said, I can't. She's not available, so I don't know. That's that.
That's that. So, but you would agree that it's gotten better?
It's definitely better, and I'm much happier in the school. Like
that's really good.
I'm grateful for all of you guys. Aww. Like definitely, you played a big role in that. Also, the teachers are not anything terrible. Like the schools I had in Turkey.
So the most thing that, like, let's say the most thing that helped you manage is the meds or therapy?
I mean, like when I was in Turkey, I guess the meds did help a little bit. But like just a little bit. I had to give it time, you know?
Okay.
Like it was just something that would get better in time. But like in that state, it felt like
nothing
time
was
still like I wasn't gonna get any better, or like time isn't passing by. I'm still in this mess. I'm never gonna get better and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So meds and therapy helped, but you just didn't know it in the moment that it was helping. You kind of realized it afterwards.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for sharing, and
thank you for having me.
Do you have any like daily advice that you want to give out before we end the video? Something like anything that you did daily to kind of motivate you, kind of like help get rid of like instant anxiety, like, I don't know, meditation, daily, you know, affirmations, anything that kind of helped, or did you not really practice anything?
I mean, I didn't really practice anything. Just I would advise for everyone to keep in mind that whatever you're going through, that you're not like the only one.
You're not alone.
And it doesn't make you weird or like any different, because
Everyone has different phobias.
I definitely felt that, but once you understand that everyone has like a different way of looking at things, and everyone may have different phobias, and which is okay.
Some phobias are just like more different than others. Our phobias are different, but you know, we still have, you know, similar ways to manage them, which is just to know that we're like not alone. Yeah. Perfect. I think we're good.